What is up? In comparison to my last video, I'm going to try my best to be a little bit shorter, but let's face it, it's me. I talk too dang much. Um, I'm going to try my best to steer away from politics a little bit here because I keep saying that, then I always go right back into it. So let's go ahead and start out with some personal news. One, I'm trying to find a new job. The current job that I have is, it's just it's getting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I dread going there. Like the crazy thing is, like my coworkers are good. The work is not even that difficult. It's just I don't know, something about it just really sort of irks me. I guess it's the sort of the feeling of unaccomplishment that I have. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I am trying to find new work, which is actually a lot more difficult than it sounds when you don't have like a college degree or you look like this. I mean, like I could change my face tomorrow and still look exactly like this, and business people are going to be looking at this face and going, "Do I really want this face at my facility? His lips are far too big." Makes you think of Steve Harris. I think that was his name. He was the guy who played Eugene on The Practice. By the way, I have access to Hulu, which I've always had access to Hulu. And one of the few things I really found myself doing is watching a lot of shows that are like kind of like based off of the law. Because I don't know, like when I was younger, I actually steered clear of like Law and Order and all those other cop drama shows. And then one day I just said to myself, there's a whole marathon of Law and Order on this channel, on a TV guide channel. And I said, I wonder what all the hype about this show is actually about. So I watched it and I love it. So but like Law and Order SVU, made me start to ask, what about the other parts of law? Like what about from shows from a lawyer's perspective, or from the FBI's perspective, or from like all these other perspectives. So like Law and Order SVU got me watching a show called The Practice, which is kind of like one of those retro shows. Um, about lawyers, and I'm like, so that's what lawyers have to go through. Like my whole thing is that, like, I feel like I would sort of have a better understanding about like what the workflow is for those types of careers if I watch something that sort of just keeps me entailed. Like I wish that there would be like a television show like about Wall Street, so that way I could sort of understand how Wall Street goes. Cause like I like with Law and Order, I kind of have an idea of what a subpoena is. I'm aware of what goes on. I'm aware of the theatrics of courts is, what a jury is supposed to do, bribery, kind of how do you, kind of like a lot. There's a lot of influence in like, I don't know how true it might be, but I know that there's like a lot of influence that sort of come in specifically by what you say. You have to. It's basically kind of like a lot of oral contracts, which is a really weird thing to say talking about Law and Order SVU. Just the word world in general. I'm staring off, but yeah, like watching Hulu. I've been watching a lot of like TV shows and stuff. And like I said, what spurred my curiosity back then was as a kid used to have the TV Guide channel, and the TV Guide channel there would be like these shows that would literally be that would span throughout the entire little time frame. And I guess part of me finally got my curiosity has peaked, and now I want to actually check out what these shows are about. So Law and Order SVU and The Practice. Law and Order SVU, not The Practice, but the L Word. Yeah, when I was a kid, like when I realized that the L Word was a show about lesbians, it made me actually care about it a little bit less because it's like, oh, the L Word is lesbian. But then I said to myself, what was it about this show that was so groundbreaking that it will literally be on throughout the span of that entire like 4 hours or so. And so yeah, I'm watching the L Word now, and I'm on like season 3, I think. Freaking water. But yeah, like I'm on season 3 of that show, and I can easily say like Dana and Alice's relationship is just it's weird, but I love it. Dana becoming toxic after she gets cancer was nothing else. I didn't like how Dana was like mean to Laura. I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't like how Dana was like mean to Laura when she got cancer. You know, all Laura did was try to help, and all Dana did was just like, you know, I don't want you, I want Ellis, and it's like, it's weird. I mean, shoot, normal people would just do a three-way. At least I like to think so. I consider myself to be poly, but like women can't stand the sight of me, so like but I would totally do the whole like multiple wives or be one of the multiple husbands thing. But I don't like to get married, so I would totally, do that. You know, that's no big deal. That's no problem. I would totally do that. uh what else is there? I'm staring off because I just remember that I like television. That's personal stuff, television stuff. Uh, Shoot, I'm trying to think of some actual good news to actually go off with because I can't think of anything right now. I mean, I know Peacock managed to get some, managed to get the something for WWE, but like I'm not sure about that. That cat is going nuts right now. Huh. I guess that means craziest thing. That's not even my cat. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here so I can try to figure this stuff out real quick. But yeah, love and peace. Y'all have a good one and be safe out there. And coronavirus is still not gone.